Very good morning. Welcome to my class System Modeling and Simulation. We are going to discuss a topic called Single Channel Queue Example. This is under Module 1 Introduction to Simulation. So single channel queue example. So now we are going to see the single channel queue. We already discussed in the single channel queue, which is having a calling population and nature of calling population which is infinite, and number of nature of arrivals and service time, and then system capacity and everything we have already discussed about this. A very small example we'll give here. A small grocery store which is having only one checkout counter. So here in customers arrive at this checkout counter at random from 1 to 8 minutes apart. So each possible value of inter-arrival has the same probability of occurrence. The service time vary from 1 to 6 minutes with the probabilities. So here at randomly customers arrive at the checkout counter 1 to 8 minutes apart. So there is a possibilities of service time vary from 1 to 6 minutes. So the problem is to analyze the system by simulating the arrival and service time of the customers. Here they have given 20. For example, arrival simulation of arrival is 10 and service of 20 customers means 20 plus 10 30. So like that we have to calculate. And this is the distribution of time between the arrivals, minimum and maximum apart. So here in time between the arrivals and probability, so the customer arriving at the time 1 to 8 minutes apart, the same occurrence of service time which is going to take place in this distribution of time between the arrival. There is a minimum and maximum inter-arrival times we can calculate based on the random way, that is under the probability distribution. So this is the service time distribution. This is a set of described random numbers which is here to generate the arrivals of the checkout counter. So random numbers have the following properties like this: service time, probability and cumulative probability, and then random digit assignment. So we can calculate the time between the arrivals determination and service times generated. So if the customer arriving at the time of around 5 to 6 minutes, that is the arrival time means, for example, there is a mass length of 100 and the service time we can give for like 20 minutes. We can calculate, we can sum up the two things, inter arrival time and the service time. So 100 plus 20, 120. So based on that we can calculate this service time distribution, and then inter arrival time and then service time generated. So these are the things. And so this is the simulation table of a queuing problem. So the same manner, the time size will be same if the possibility of the service time vary from 1 to 6 minutes apart. The same time size will be here, and arrival time and service time and time service begins and time customer waits in a waiting line, and time service and time customers in the system, and that is a mean time, and and then time of the servers, and then service which is given by the server. That time also we can calculate based on the random way through the probability distribution. And we'll see the general principles over here. Discrete event simulation. The basic building block of all the discrete event simulation models is entities and attributes, activities and events. So we already discussed this entities. Entities is nothing but an object of interest in a system. For example, also we have given the department, order, parties. These are the example we have given for the entities. And attributes. Attributes is nothing but a property of an entity or a characteristics of an entity, we can say. For example, if you are going to study the study of bank, or the study of hospital in the sense the patients or the entities, and so admission of patients, and then discharging summaries, these and all the characteristics or properties of the entities. Activities in the sense activities and events. So activities in the sense, for example, bank, withdraw, deposit, everything will come under the activities. And then events is nothing but if the activity is in process or work in process, then if events is going to occur instantaneously, then we can tell This is an event of the entity. So a system is modeled in terms of its state at each point in a time, the entities that pass through the system and entities that represent the system resources, the activities and the event that cause system to change. This is the system environment we already discussed, and discrete event models are appropriate for those systems for which changes in system state occur only at the discrete point in a time. So discrete point in a time in the sense bank. So in from 9 to 4 p.m. there are the customers which is going to arrive to the bank from 9 to 4 p.m. at any time, and then service time will vary, if the customer arrives and the service is given to the customers in a random way at that particular point of time, otherwise at the discrete point in a time. So the same thing, he is not going to stay back in a bank, it's not like a continuous. He is not going to stay back in a bank. He is coming to the bank and he is going to get serviced by the server, and again he is go back to his home. Okay, so that we can say the discrete event models are appropriate for those systems for which changes in system state occur only at the discrete points in a time. Now we'll see the components of discrete event simulation. System, a collection of entities. Example, we can say people's, machines, or any other things that is a real world entities that together over time to accomplish one or more goals. So model, an abstract representation of a system, we can say, usually containing the structural, logical or mathematical relationship which describe a system in terms of state, entities and their attributes, set, process, events and activities and delays. So these models we can assume these models are not in all situations. It is expressed in terms of mathematical, logical or symbolic representation between the entities. So these models when we can apply in the sense based on the conditional strategies or based on the situations, which is for example traffic signal and taking a cupboard from the small door, and then otherwise, and then we can say to find an angle like 360 degree or 180 degree. Based on that you can tilt that angle and you can take it off. So so there are so many different situations we are facing every day. So based on that we can apply these modeling techniques to that particular situation. Okay, and then for example if you are going for heuristic model, we can't apply any mathematical equations or mathematical derivations to that. We can use only the common sense environment only. So based on that common sense environment only we can analyze the problem statement and we can find the solutions to that particular problem. And system state, now system modeling and simulation, this is the system state, a collection of variables that contain all the information necessary to describe the system at any time. And entity and attributes we already discussed. So now we'll see the list. So a collection of associated entities ordered in some logical fashion, like all the customer currently in a waiting line ordered by first come first serve basis or by the priority. So this list is permanently or temporarily ordered in a logical fashion. So event is nothing but an instantaneous occurrence that changes the state of the system as an arrival of the new customer. So each time a new customer will be arriving to the particular things, so that an instantaneous occurs if any changes will made to the state of the system, then we can call that as an event. An event note is a record of an event to occur at the current or some future time along with any associated data necessary to execute the event. At a minimum, the record includes the event type and the event time. So based on this future notice, future event list notice, then we can include this event type and event time